Okay.
Hey everybody, me and Stacy were having a conversation in the kitchen a while ago, and we were talking about some of the comments, and some of the comments are about how long have we been married? You know, what's y'all's story? What's going on? People try to fill us out a lot because there's a lot of trickery, and people are saying they are what they are not. And I'm not getting in that contest. I'm just me, and that's about it.
No, people just like to know who we are. They ask our background a little bit, and they're like, who are you guys? And I get it, And they've asked us how long we've been married and different things like that, which, by the way, we've been married 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were talking earlier in the kitchen and about why we married each other. And Chris looks at me and he said, well, I got 3 reasons. And I said, what?
What are they?
And
It's like, I'm not telling you, I'll tell you on camera. She has no idea what I'm fixing to ask her, what I'm fixing to tell her.
So I don't know if we ever published this video or not. We'll see. But anyway, so I don't know.
Let me set the stage a little bit. There's a movement going on. I can't remember. It's called Men Going Without, or men that are just tired of the dating scene because there's no good women left. And all it is the fall of society. And we need, I did a class one time called Kingdom Men.
Yes, true.
Tony Evans taught it, and it was, we need real men.
Yep.
Not the other way.
We need men for God that will stand up.
And I fall short. I'll never have a preaching channel, I don't think. But there's a big disconnect between what's going on now and the way it's supposed to be. And I'm not saying I have it all right. I cannot say that enough. I'm not going to say it again, but just know I don't. But she was asking me, what are your 3 reasons? Well, the first thing was I was attracted to her. I was attracted to my wife. I was immediately, wow,
Good
she's
to
pretty.
know.
But another thing was, I heard that she had a job. She worked. She was a hard worker. Before I even knew you, I learned these things about how you're real business oriented, and you were, kind of a step above what I was used to seeing. Kind of a little more classy than what's normal. And that really kind of turned me on. It was kind of like, okay, that's cool. I like somebody that's driven.
Thank you.
Because men and women marry sideways or up.
Okay. I've heard that.
So I meet her, and I met her on a boat, and
a fishing or a swimming boat, not a casino boat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was a ski boat, and we swam around the water, and I fell in love with her the first day. It was crazy. It was just like, I knew I was going to marry her. I actually went home the day after, or maybe it was 2 days after, because I said I wasn't going to leave until I took you out.
Yeah.
So I said I was not going to leave. I was out of town. I said, I'm not going to leave until I take you on a date. And I stayed there, 2 days? 2 solid days? It's almost 3.
Yeah, because you said you ran out of clothes and had to go to the store.
I ran out of clothes, and I was went buying clothes. But I'd made up my mind. And if you really want to surprise somebody, do what you tell them you're going to do.
True.
You do that a couple of times, people will start shaking when you tell them what you're going to do.
True.
There is nothing better than that. If you start doing what you say you're going to do, people they won't know what to do when you tell them what you're about to do, because they won't know. They'll be like, crap, he's finna do this. And that was kind of where I started doing exactly what I said I was going to do. And I said I wasn't going to leave until I took her out.
And he did.
Yeah, and so I stayed there 3 days, and I took you out, and it was kind of she didn't trust me, and I have no reason to doubt her reasons, because I was a young buck. She's a little bit older than me, and she had a big job up in the big city of Washington, D.C. I was down in South Arkansas, Louisiana, and I was thinking, I'm going to get you. There's nothing that's going to stop me, nothing. So I ought to put this on my welding channel because I was a welder and I could work anywhere.
Yeah.
When you got a trade, you can trade it anywhere on the earth. You can just move and find a job. And that's exactly what I did. Got as close as I could. That was Richmond, Virginia.
All right, so I want to stop you there.
Okay.
So you told me your first, which I like, by the way. You thought I was attractive. You told me the second, because I don't know these, just so you know these three, just so you know the three reasons or whatever. And you said that it was because I was motivated, I was career-oriented, I was business-minded. I tried to get a step above, which, by the way, I did. Just all you women out there, I did. I put myself through school, through college on my own. Graduated magna cum laude. Pretty proud of myself, by the way, because it's not an easy thing to do as a single woman. So what was your third reason why then that you married me? Because you said you had three.
Well, I'm getting there.
All right.
So as I moved to get closer, because we're still kind of working things out. I mean, this is a big
I wasn't trusting
deal.
it completely.
She was an onion, the biggest onion I've ever peeled back. And it was burning my eyes, too. So
Sorry.
I wanted to give up several times. But it was kind of she had this big life going in the big city, and I was a country boy, just had my mind made up. And when I got up there and when I really got to know her, I was driving like four or 5 hours to see you.
You were.
And then I got to move a little closer. I drug up on that job. They didn't appreciate it at all. And I got a closer job, actually running a crane.
You did.
I had to lie like a sailor to get that job.
You did. You had to take a test.
I had to take a test I knew nothing about. They asked me if I was a crane operator. I said, yeah, best one you ever seen. I'd messed with one for about 10 seconds. But anyway, I got close enough to her.
Yeah, he did.
And we started to figure each other out. And that's when
I started to open up.
really started to fall in love. We really started to get close and connect. And by the time I did that, I think it was just a few months before I proposed to her and got married. And
it was.
That's it. Now look, that's the story is just starting. The trials and tribulation have now started.
I want the third reason still. I still ain't got the third reason. I'm waiting on that.
Because we connected so good and we got
connected.
life going. It was like that's
Okay, that's the third reason.
How'd you not get that?
I'm sorry, you didn't say the third reason. I didn't get that.
Sorry. Number 3. We really.
I'm holding his feet to the fire.
Yeah, she likes these love stories. Just so you know, guys, women love stories. I figured that out a long time ago. So tell them every chance you get. We started to figure each other out, and I fell in love. And I knew who you were on the inside, and you weren't superficial, and you were able to give back. You weren't all for you, and that's it.
Wow, thank you.
A lot of people fall in love with the first thing that falls out of the pot. That's it. That's what I'm going. So, whoa, wait a minute. Wait. What about this, and this? What about, all these other characteristics? Yeah, okay, she's not a hard worker. Well, she will be. No. The bad gets worse and the good gets better. Remember that. That is gospel.
That's true.
If it's not in the Bible, it should be.
That's true.
The bad gets worse and the good gets better. You're not going to fix that person.
Nope.
You're not going to change them.
Nope.
I'm telling you.
Nope.
I'm not saying they won't change, but the odds of you changing that person, and that's a lot of it. We got married and we did change, but I didn't change you, and you didn't change me.
Nope. I had to let Chris be Chris, and I knew that going into the relationship or to the marriage.
That's probably not easy.
You knew it like me also. I was kind of hard to, as you said, roll back those layers of onions and earn my trust, and we knew that going into each other. I guess one of the big things that we did before we got married is he and I both took this very seriously. One of the reasons I married Chris was he was one of the most genuine people I'd ever met in my entire life. That was my first thought on him. He scared the living daylights out of me because I was starting to care for somebody that I'm like, I have no idea who you are, but he was the most genuine person. It struck me hard. The second thing was his genuine belief in God, and that was one of the things that I think when we both got married, that we both started really researching and realizing what marriage was about. It wasn't just something you're just going to walk down the aisle and just say, hey, I do. This was something we've really, really researched. We were like, this is a commitment we're making. This isn't something we're taking lightly. Has it been hard days some days? Have we fought? Yeah, especially over crypto. But, so I think that's one of the things that made me actually fall in love with you, is that you took the time when you realized you were falling in love with me, and you said, what does marriage mean? And you hadn't even talked marriage to me at that point. You
Well, I
went
was
all
scared
on
to
your
death.
own.
I was scared to death that you wouldn't do what you said you were going to do, like all the other guys that have gotten married to the wrong woman. I worked shutdowns and construction my whole life. So I have heard every horror story there was about
Yeah.
the woman got married. And I have seen the most broken people at these shutdowns you've ever seen. I met a guy that had his own timber company, a logging outfit. He had truck skidders and just
He did. I remember you telling me the
loaded
story.
up with wealth. I mean, that was generating income. And his wife always wanted to be part of the business. She's, I want to be part of it. And one day for their anniversary, he gave her half the business. She left him the next day. I'm sure there's more to that story, but
Yeah.
there's always two sides to every story. Please remember that too. But that kind of stuff, that kind of greed, that really, really bad stuff, it's not in every person. But you really have to do your due diligence. And I read every scripture. Mosquitoes are starting to come out.
He did.
I read every scripture there was about marriage.
He talked to his granddaddy. He talked to Brother Larry, his pastor at that point.
When I was on my crane, I was operating the crane, my rigger was actually a preacher. And we talked every day. And there's no getting out of it, really. Moses said, out of the hardness of your hearts, they created the law for divorcement. And it really, I've really tried to remember that. And guys, I'm telling you, I'm not perfect. I am so far
No,
from
and some
perfect,
things
it's
happen in
unreal.
life that's out of your control, and you can't control it, whether it comes to marriage, divorce,
I'm not
and stuff
judging
like that.
anybody. I
No,
promise
this is our
you, I'm
story.
the last one to judge. I want to be upfront with you guys and personal, but that's where our life began. But okay.
But I wasn't planning on getting married, just so you know. I
Yeah.
was not planning on getting married. And this guy comes in my life and turns it upside down, and I'm thinking, what in the world? And it took me a little while. I almost lost him at one point because it took me a little while to wrap my head around that someone could actually be that genuine and real. And I'll just say, speaking, all right, from a woman's point of view.
You can only push somebody away so long.
That's true.
Push them away, and one other's going to leave.
Yep.
And she pushed me pretty close, but I'm pretty hard-headed too.
Thank goodness. But as a woman, speaking also, it's just give that man a chance, I guess, and just be genuine, be real. I think that was the biggest thing that you taught me is be genuine, be real. And I have so valued that. And I appreciate that. And I will tell you, if I could give one word of advice is respect. I have so much respect for this guy here. We joke around and we laugh that we fight about the crypto and different things in life, and we have different things that we've gone through in life, and we have. I mean, you don't go through 15 years of marriage and don't go through anything.
Respect is such a big deal, guys.
But I respect him to the point that there's certain things I'm never going to do, and there's certain things I always will do, and that's one word I guess I would say is respect.
And sometimes you can disrespect by the tone of your voice.
Yes.
That's my problem. I have a problem with that. I can speak down and not even say any bad words. It's really easy for me. My mother told me a long time ago I had a sharp tongue, and I do. So that's one of the things I have to really, really watch, because that, just one of those simple little slips of the tongue, it can really start something that, like I said before, I gave you some advice. When the good gets better and the bad gets worse, here's another one.
Are we giving marriage advice now?
Well, some days it's heaven on earth. 90% of the time, maybe even 99% of the time, it's just the best thing ever. But that
blessed.
1% is like being underwater. It is so bad. It's just, how do you get along with anybody? It's unbelievable. But that's just part of the flesh. It's part of.
Can I interrupt here a second?
Yeah.
So we've come up with a really good solution, because we all know couples get into arguments. And we started, I don't know how many years ago, whenever we start talking about something and we realize it's just not going well at that point, we say, take 5 minutes. And that's really helped us, because you both walk away and you're like, just give me 5 minutes. Just let me think about what we just said before we say something that you regret. Just let me regroup my thoughts. Let me see where this is going. And that's been one of a few things that we've learned that's helped us, is take 5 minutes. And if either one of us says that, we have to honor it. And you both got to walk away. You can't keep going on.
And there's certain things you can do that scar that person no matter what. You can't. You can say that thing and then say you're sorry, but sometimes
That's true.
it
And I've done it.
we all have, but it will scar that person
Yep.
for a while, and they might get over it. But I don't know. I hope we've delivered some value in this video. But this is some of the things that we've had to work through. Let me know in the comments.
This is real, brutal honesty.
Yeah, this is just
you guys have asked
sit down.
about
She
us.
didn't know what was going on.
You said, "Are you guys real? Are you genuine?" You guys have called me, asked how long we've been married. Well, this is us. This is the real Stacy and Chris.
Yeah, this is it. So let me know in the comments if you like this segment. There's something else for all the people that have made it to the end of this video. Okay, so I used to have a channel called Financial Fitness. I changed it to Financial Prepper because that's really what I do. I was trying to get people to get in shape along with getting
Right.
financially fit. My motives were in the right place, but the problem was the people that are into finances don't want to look at a guy with his shirt off trying to teach them about working out too.
I didn't mind.
But there's a lot of people that want to get in shape, and I'm thinking about maybe starting to put some diet tips and stuff. What I do, to stay in shape. I get a lot of comments. What do you do? Can I get your diet? What are you working out? And I can kind of consolidate that for you. I might start a Patreon page. I've been approached with that because this is a real time consuming thing to try to work with people to get in shape. But I'm really passionate about it. I'm actually working with Dan allegedly right now. I'm helping him any way I can. David Morgan, I talked to him today, and he's fixing to do what I'm doing, and it's a real blessing to work with these people. And I'm not saying I'm working with them every day, but I think I could cover it in like once a week Zoom call, like a one-time, hey, kind of a motivational, here's this, and this, and this, kind of a one-on-one thing. So let me know what you think about that idea. I don't know, because that's about all I have time for is one Zoom call a week.
Well, he's really good at it. He's extremely good at it. He's helped me throughout the years. I don't stay on it like I should. I'm not as good as he is on this, but he's helped me throughout the years learn how to lift properly, how to eat properly, and so he does have a passion about it.
Well, it's such a big deal, guys. It's for you guys out there, for you men, it's such a big deal to stay attractive. I can't.
It is for women too. Let's not get on that subject.
I can only speak to the men right now.
Let's not get on that subject.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's a big deal for not only for the other person, but for your peace of mind, for your, because if you can do that, it's all. You feel like you can do anything if you can do that one thing. So that it really helped me a lot. I can't tell you enough how much it helped me, and that's why I want to help everybody else do it. Mm-hmm. So anyway. Guys, have an awesome day. Let me know what you think about this video. It's completely out of nowhere.
Yes,
Later.